Hey math lovers, let's go over question D1. In D1 it tells us, use your knowledge of reference points to write an equation for the quadratic function that satisfies given information. Use the graph to solve the problem. Okay, I'm going to solve this in two ways. Number one, I'm going to use reference points. Or option B, I can use the equation. Okay, so you figure out which one makes sense to you. Let's talk about reference points. Let's graph these. Let's use a different color. Let's use green. Okay, so let's talk about reference points. I'm going to use green. It says a vertex of 3, 5, which we have here. Remember, vertex is the the highest or the lowest point. That's what the vertex is. Okay, and a point 5, negative 3. Okay, this should give us a clue. Remember, if the vertex here, and it's the highest point, the maximum point, that means my graph's going to look something like this. Does that make sense? I know it's going to open down, so I know my A value is going to be negative. A is negative because the graph's opening down, because this is the highest point. Okay. Here is the reference points idea. So if you take the axis of symmetry, here's the axis of symmetry. The axis of symmetry always comes down from the vertex, actually from the x value, so x equals 3 is your formula here. And then if you just count, it's 2 units here. 1, 2, okay? And then the range, or from the y values, from this point, let's use a different color, let's use orange, from here, all the way down to here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we're going down, so it is negative 8. Well, the range between these the vertex in green, to B prime, which is, I'll note B prime here, is 4 times a negative 2 will give us an A value that is negative 2. So the A value is negative 2. So if you have an A value, again, you can think of it as negative 8 is equal to 2 times or 4 times negative 2. So then your A value is this. Sorry, that was wrong. A value is negative 2. And then if you have your vertex, which is h and k, you can just write a formula. So let me write that formula. Y equals A times x minus h squared plus k. And then I'm going to use h is 3, k is 5, and we just figured out the A value is negative 2. And then you have y equals negative 2 times x minus 3 squared plus 5 is your answer. Okay, that was using reference points. Okay, now if you didn't understand reference points, let me erase all this. I'm just going to use the formula. That's my second one to explain this. Alright, here's the formula. So we just showed you that first one. Whoops. Let's show you now this by equation. To find the equation, what I'm going to do is I'm first going to find the A value, find A. And then the second thing we're going to do is we're going to write an equation, write equation, okay? All right, let's think about what you have. You have the vertex, and again, those are the letters H and K. Now this order pair, 5, negative 3, is just X and a Y. Okay, so let's just write down our vertex for quadratics, use your foldable. Y equals A times X minus H squared plus K. How did I get that formula here in that light blue? Well, again, the keyword is vertex, so it's telling you to use the vertex form. Okay, let's use my highlighter here. I have an H, and I have a K. Okay, let's go over here and use some more colors. I have a X value, and I have a Y value. Okay, if you notice all the things I've highlighted here, none of those, all of them are used except for the A value. That's why it says find the A value. So let's write down just what we wrote in there. So our Y value is -3. The A value we're solving for. My X value up here is 5 in red. Okay, pay attention. This minus sign, it just stays there. You just read it again. Okay, your H value is 3. We're going to square it, and then your K value there up there is 5. Okay, so we're just going to simplify this and solve for A. -3 equals A. 5 minus 3 is 2. And then I'm just going to use the order of operations. I'm going to use the PEMDAS. So I have 2 squared, which is 4. So 4A plus 5, and I can just solve this. I'm going to subtract 5, and I'm going to get -8 equals 4A. We're going to divide by 4 here, and we're going to get an A value that is -2. Okay, so what do you do next? You basically use the same thing over here that we just did, vertex form. So now you write it, same thing. And we're gonna substitute the same values. Let's see if I use the same colors. We already knew from above x is 5. The y value is, sorry, take that back. We need to write an equation which means it has both x's and y's. So we need to put in our a value that we just found, the h value, that's what I want to say. The h value from up here is going to go here, and the k value from up here is going to go right there. So let's write our equation. Y equals -2 x, remember it says minus, so just put it there. H value is 3 squared, and your k value from above is 5. And that's your equation. So you can use it using reference points. That's more conceptual, and the algebraic is more in the second way of trying to find the equation. There you go, how to do D. See you guys.